Good afternoon and welcome then to the Millennium Stadium, home of course of the mighty famous Featherstone Rovers, where this evening in the Betfred Championship round 17 fixture we welcome York City Knights. I hope you're ready, because this is our house and this is going to be an absolute cracker. I will give you the teams as I have them. And the team news in then for Featherstone Rovers. At full-back, Alex Walker. On the wing will be Ben Blackmore. His centre partner will be Josh Hardcastle. Occupying the other centre berth will be Chris Wellham. And then his wing partner will be Craig Hall. Into the 5/8 position then. Standoff today will be Dane Chisholm, and scrum half will be Famanu Brown. Into the pack then, at prop, James Harrison, Connor Jones at hooker, and James Lockwood at the other prop berth, making up the front row. Second row, Brett Ferris and Frankie Holton, and tying up the scrum today will be Callum Field on from the start. Subs today for Featherstone: Dean Parada, John Davis, Gadwin Springer and Luke Cooper. Across to the York team then, head coach James Ford, he's going to go with Matty Marsh at fullback, Corey Hall on the right wing, Nick Howe is the right centre, Ryan Atkins will be the left centre, and on the left wing will be Ben Jones-Bishop. Standoff, Brendan O'Hagan, and the scrum half, Corey Johnson. Ronan Dixon, Will Jubb and Jack Tenby make up the front row of the pack for York. Sam Scott, James MacDonald make up the second rows, and the scrum is tied up by Chris Clarkson, captain of the York City Knights. Off the bench today, they go with Chris Bringing, Tim Spears, Jordan Baldwinson and Adam Cuthbertson. Well, good evening. As I've said, this is the 163rd meeting between these two, and it currently stands that Featherstone have won 94, drawn 9 and lost 59. We have a points for of 3,171 and a points against 2,117. Rovers currently sit second in the Betfred Championship, and York City Knights sit 8th. York come here on a 2-match unbeaten run following last week's home victory against Widnes 34-20. They are now the victors. For Featherstone, it was a trip to Batley, and Featherstone claiming the spoils there eventually at Batley in a 28 points to 13 victory in what was a hard-fought game. Certainly Batley asked a lot of questions and Featherstone had to come up with some answers. But a win's a win, and we'll take that. The last meeting between these two, of course, is the 1895 Cup at Wembley. Featherstone running out victors 41 points to 34. And in the league, Featherstone snatching a victory at the Community Stadium, the home of York City Knights, of course, where Featherstone now 16 points to 12 victory after a interception tries crawled by the old bar of soap himself, Craig Hall. So, looking at last week's games, James Webster's team will certainly want to make it 2 from 2 as we start to look at the business end of this compelling season. What have we had? We've had highs, we've had lows, we've had tries, we've had records broken, goals galore, COVID, a cup victory, and the RFL certainly have all made this season very, very special. Welcoming back to the club this week, we welcome back certainly a great player and a great prospect, Alex Sutcliffe. Currently out injured, Alex will be pushing hard to get back into the team. We've also allowed for Dale Ferguson to join Dewsbury on loan, and Jake Sweeting to go to Doncaster on loan, giving them much needed game time. Both can be recalled at any time during their loan spells, so you know, it's not saying that they won't be back here at some point, but obviously game time is seen as key for those development of those players who, as you can see, as Featherstone returning to a near full strength squad, people are going to find it hard to get places, and obviously it's going to be hard and harder to guarantee everybody a game time. So Webster using the option of sending them out on loan to good effect. If we look at milestones, then we have got Dane Chisholm tonight making his 100th career appearance, and another major milestone tonight would be that if Craig Hall can score just one more try, he will have scored 200 for his career. Don't forget Gaz Gale with 21 tries, currently sits top of the try scoring chart in the league. Craig Hall has 16 tries, and he also has 66 goals, and at 197 points, he's a top point scorer within the league. He occupies that berth. New Brown sits third, and he has 15 tries to his credit and 12 goals. A little bit further back is Dean Parada on 10. Well, you look at York. York have arrived with a point to prove, and James Ford knows that they're still smarting a little bit from beating at Wembley a few weeks ago. They also, the defeat that they suffered earlier in the season, as I say, that very, very tight game in which Craig Hall came away with an intercept try that gave Featherstone a closing stages of the game 16 points to 12 win. York, let's face it, full of stars, basically a real threat. They can ask questions of any team in the championship and have turned a corner with recovering from recent injuries. Obviously they've had COVID issues, and York now are starting to show some of the form that saw them enter the season as pre-season favourites to go really, really well this year. But obviously through adversity they've been tested, and from adversity comes the positives that they are. Certainly, and it's certainly felt by York City Knights coaching team that they've turned the corner. For York, you've got Chris Clarkson at captain. Obviously, Mickey Clarkson, his dad, is an ex-Featherstone player. One guy who I am really, really looking forward to seeing play tonight is Brandon O'Hagan, the halfback. He played last week. He'd been out injured since June, which was a real knock to York, but he certainly came back last week with a bang and got a hat-trick of tries. And I think today he will be a real handful, because I don't think Featherstone, in the games that we played, have played a halfback like, or against a halfback like O'Hagan. But hopefully the homework will have been done, the match reviews will have been done, the game plan will have been adjusted accordingly to try and stop O'Hagan getting any settle within his squad. You also got to look at the other danger men for York. You've got Kieran Dixon with 11 tries this season, Matty Marsh 11 tries, Ryan Atkins 7 tries, and Ben Jones-Bishop with 5 tries. Obviously players who have played for both teams in this, for both clubs if you like. Very, very long list of players. Just a few that I'm going to pick out. Tim Spears, Brad Day, John Davis and Jake Sweeting are amongst the ones that you know, come to mind when you think of Featherstone and York. Also, I am told reliably that, I'm just moving my bits of paper here, that our Featherstone's longest run of successive home wins against any opposition is the 24 games that Featherstone have currently won against York. So the win today would extend that run further. The last time that York beat Featherstone in a competitive league match at Post Office Road was over 50 years ago on the 16th of March 1957. Looking down my list, I'm looking for other milestones. John Davis needs 2 points for 150. Gareth Gale is not actually playing today, but Gareth Gale, 12 points would see him reach the 100 milestone. Craig Hall, career tries 1 would give him 200, and career points 8 would give him a grand total of 1,700. James Harrison playing today needs 10 points. If he can score 10 points, he will have reached 150 in his career. And Tom Holmes needs 2 points, and that will give him 50 for his career. Connor Jones, again, 10 Featherstone points, 2 tries. I can't see Connor Jones kicking goals. 3 tries then will give him 50 Featherstone career points. And Dean Parada, he just needs 1 try for a total of 100 career points. But if he can get a try, and or 2 tries today, that would give him 6, and that would give him, what, 50 tries for Featherstone. Looking at the game, it is building up nicely here. Today's referee is Matt Rossley. He's from down south. It's 7 times that he's refereed Featherstone before. On average, he gives away 9 penalties a game. But we have to issue a word of warning, and that is that back in 2018, in our game against Swinton, he sent Ben Blackmore off, red-carded him for punching. And in the same game, I also think he sent John Davis to the sin bin as well. So he's not afraid to go to the pocket, and something that we will have to be aware of today. You are tuned in to Rovers TV, bringing you live, full coverage of this game. I'm Pete Dutton, and alongside me at some point will be my co-commentator, my partner in crime, keeping him under wraps, but I know he's here. I've seen him lurking around, and as soon as he comes up and we get him mic'd up, we'll get him up on air and into the action. So looking at this, lots of going on. The crowd is building nicely here at the Millennium. It's a little bit overcast, it's a little bit dark. It could quite easily turn into a bit of a light shower, which is forecast at some point this evening. The pitch looks resplendent. It almost looks like a snooker table out there this evening. It's very, very green, very, very lush. There's just the corner pockets and the side pockets missing, and that's all you would need to go out there with a snooker cue and balls and be out there and pocket a few. So still plenty coming in as we build up towards this one. Both teams have been out and warmed up. Both teams have now left the park as they've gone off to have their final debriefs before they come out, before kick-off here. Just looking down, I've got a quick score update, and that is in the game up at Newcastle. It's just come in, and it says Newcastle 6, Bradford 14. So sounds like quite a nice game going on up there in the northeast. As we will rock you, bounces around the stadium here, the Millennium Stadium, of course, home of the Featherstone Rovers, and we await for both teams to enter the arena. I was doing some other comparative stat work earlier on today, and one thing that struck me was the penalties that both teams have conceded and been awarded so far this season. Penalties for, we both have been awarded 120 each, so both receiving the same amount of penalties. Penalties against, we've had 103 penalties that we've conceded so far this season, and York have conceded 114. If we look at points conceded, so far we have conceded 326 points in the league games this season, whereas York have conceded 444. We have conceded 167 points in the first half of all games and 159 points in the second half of all games played so far in the league. And York have conceded 246 in the first half and 198 in the second half. We look at the points scored so far this season in the league, and we have amassed a total of 757 points compared to York's 493. In the first half of the league games this season, we've managed to rack up 401 points, and in the second half 356. Compared to York, they have actually racked up 192 in the first half and 301 in the second half. Goals scored, well, Featherstone lead the way, 105 to York's 80, and goals conceded, York have conceded 70 and Featherstone 48. And my final stat and numbers of the day, as I see the York team now entering the field from the far side changing rooms behind the Millennium stand. It is tries scored 136 to Featherstone to York's 83. Tries conceded 57 to York's 75. Well, this is our house. And we await for Featherstone Rovers to join the fray. Thanks very much for Dave Ames for getting in touch with us and making us aware of the problem with the sound. It's something that we'll adhere to as Featherstone now enter the field, and we are joined, as I say, by my mystery guest today. It's my bro from another mo. Speak to me, Tom.
I'm on.
Are you on, mate? Are you on?
Yeah.
Dave Ames, if you can let us know if you are picking us up any clearer, and we'll try and see what we can do. We've just done an audio check here, and everything seems to be fine from where we're coming from. But again, let us know. We will check. We'll now do the 13-second show of solidarity against all forms of discrimination, racism. And that is greatly adhered to by both sets of supporters, players, etc. Some players taking the knee. Good evening, young Thomas. How are we, sir?
Good, thanks. Better now. I'm up here with you.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you shaking the leg down there, throwing it about a bit, mate. How's the warm-up gone with the guys?
Yeah, all good. Everyone's looking good. We're excited for today. We know it's a big game. After last week, we probably didn't put our best performance together, and York are obviously wanting a big win today to sort of get them in that playoff spot. So it's a massive game for us this week.
It certainly is. It's a massive game, as we say, for both teams. York get us underway with the kick deep. That goes into the hands of Craig Hall. And we're underway here, as I say, at the Millennium. Hall with the first touch of the ball then. Ferris into Hardcastle, and Josh Hardcastle takes the drive there that gets us up towards the 30-metre line. Harrison throws the ball inside. That finds Lockwood. Lockwood floats a little ball over the top. That goes into the hands of Alex Webster. Webster moves the ball on. And unfortunately, Chris Wellham couldn't reel that one in, nor could Frankie Holton.
It was Ben Blackmore, that.
And Ben Blackmore as well, out on the wing. I think he had a choice of three to it there, though, didn't he, Tom?
Yeah, it's on, that's on. Obviously, they're really tight there, York. And
yeah.
Alex has seen the play. It's just not pulled off, but we'll look at that again after. I'm sure we'll be able to exploit some space there.
So, York come forward then with Teen B. He's a big old unit, is Team B. There is the danger man, O'Hagan for York, organising. He'll want to be involved in everything that he can, and he'll certainly want to keep York on the front foot as their forward goes Ronan Dixon. Ronan Dixon takes York 12 metres away from the Featherstone try line. York will move it towards his right-hand side of the uprights. O'Hagan's in there again, floats a long pass out to Jones. Sorry, to Nick Howe. Is it Nick Howe?
It's Ben Jones Bishop.
No, it is Ben Jones Bishop. Sorry, I was getting my numbers mixed up. And York score the first try. And I said in the build-up, Tom, about how dangerous this man's going to be, Brendan O'Hagan. You know, and obviously he's got a point to prove just coming back from the injuries, etc. And he will be the tester tonight for us. I think he will be the man that, if we don't shackle him, he could sort of like, you know, get away with a fair few old bits. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, I think he got 3 tries on his first game back, and
yeah,
you know, it's a very good ball by him. And if you give Bish a little bit of space out wide, you know, he's experienced enough to score it. But hopefully we can push that to one side and get back into it on the next kick-off set.
So 3 minutes gone, just under 3 minutes gone. It is first blood to York. York lead 4-0. And it is that try from Ben Jones Bishop that opens the scoring. And it is made by O'Hagan as Marsh goes for the conversion and unfortunately comes up short with that. So it is Featherstone Rovers 0, York City Knights 4. So first blood to York. What would be the message here now then, Tom? What would be the call? If you were out there now, what would you be saying?
Leave it, it's only 3 minutes gone, plenty
of
time left. Yeah, no panicking. Obviously we'll have to look out for that now and maybe defend a little bit differently on his line. See how we go this set. Hopefully we can get stuck into him. So
Craig Hall gets us back underway.
That's perfect.
That's great, is that? Because that allows York to come up with a mistake, and the ball bounces and ricochets about. Corey Johnson, and then is taken in a touch. So it will be Featherstone that will restart. They'll come and restart on the 20-metre line inside the York City Knights half. So first time Featherstone on attack inside the York City Knights half. And it is Lockwood that takes us forward. Jones finds Chisholm. Chisholm finds Ferris off the shoulder. As is a regular occurrence with these two. Working well together, but Ferris is eventually brought down. Connor Jones then, he will hit Chisholm. Chisholm back, little death ball to James Harrison. James Harrison towards the 10-metre line before he's picked up and grounded unceremoniously by the York City Knights defence. Chisholm field through the small gap, but eventually that closes. But it is questions so far as Chisholm will now run towards the line, feigns to kick, strips away, dances. Chizzy then tries a little kick through, is eventually stopped in his tracks by the York players, and that goes into the hands of Matty Marsh, and Matty Marsh will relieve the pressure for the York City Knights, and that pressure is further relieved now because Featherstone have all been caught offside, first offside of the game, and a penalty is awarded to the York City Knights. Just what we didn't need, you know, small errors, Tom, we spoke before.
Yeah.
You know, when we've worked to this, even when we've, you know, been talking in general, and sometimes these little small errors, you've got to cut them out, haven't you?
Yeah, obviously it was a bit off the cuff by Chiz there, but we forced them into their own 5-metre, which is perfect for us, and you know, that penalty knocks them another 40 metres upfield, so hopefully we can, you know, cut them errors out and penalties.
So Ryan Atkins took the first drive, that was followed by Teenby, and it is York coming down the park now with Nick Howe, and they're going to get another penalty now for a head-eye shot on Nick Howe. So he gives the ball to O'Hagan as the York City Knights fans to our right-hand side making a bit of noise now, happy with the start that their team's made. O'Hagan finds touch and play will resume 5 metres in on the 30-metre line then, inside the Featherstone half. And it is York pushing forward, Clarkson. O'Hagan there again now, he will just find a runner, looking for somebody that's going to pick it up. Corey Johnson is that man. Corey Johnson is eventually pushed back slightly. But York coming back down the middle. Ronan Dixon there for York. Gets York 11 metres away now from the Featherstone try line. The referee making sure They're all on side. Clarkson into O'Hagan. O'Hagan over the top to Jones Bishop. Floats that long pass again, and Jones Bishop thought he was on for a second try there, but Featherstone's defence muscling across. Well done, Craig Hall. But that allows York to move back into the centre part now, centre channel. 5th and last tackle. York 10 metres out. Ronan Dixon gets up, plays the ball slowly. A little feint. O'Hagan keeps the ball alive, and this is going to see Jen Bishop score a second try of the game so far. So it is that man, O'Hagan there, keeping the ball alive, asking questions so far of the Featherstone's defence. And Featherstone concede another try to that man again, Jones Bishop, Ben Jones Bishop, putting down, it's Featherstone 0, York 8 after 7 minutes. Tom, you've got that bit of a disapproving look there. I hope that's not my aftershave.
No. Yeah, obviously, I think most of the stuff's obviously going to go through O'Hagan. Obviously, Corey Johnson on the other side is not predominantly a halfback, so we've seen already how dangerous he is with the ball. And I think that's twice they've gone over the top. Obviously, they didn't get it on the second time, but they found a way to get us down this right-hand side edge again. So,
well, he showed his intention, didn't he, originally, with the with the first play or the first run that they tried to do. You know what I mean? And I thought we did well to snuff that out, but obviously they've then decided, no, we're going to go again. So they must see this side with Craig Hall and Chris Wellham as a bit of a side to attack.
Yeah. Well, he's on the other. Obviously, it's Josh on this side. Not.
Oh, sorry, Josh. Yeah, Josh. Sorry.
Just not letting his heads drop now. Obviously, it's only 2 tries, and at 8 minutes gone, it's still very early days. So.
Yeah, well, the conversion was missed again. So far, 2 tries is the what separates the 2 teams. As we get back underway, deep kick there into the hands of Marsh. And York playing in their white kit with the yellow and black flash across the top today. But it is Featherstone so far in defence, and Featherstone's now are going to have to really switch on defensively here to stop the forward momentum. York coming down the slope, playing towards the Post Office Road end, as Ryan Atkins then will take the ball. He will still pose a danger there and can't give him any room. Teenby, he's been to the fore so far for York, and his forward carries. 5th and last tackle then. York just shy of the 40. O'Hagan then will put the kick high. That's a tester for Ben Blackmore, but Ben Blackmore takes that on the full, and Ben Blackmore then tries to race away, and Ben Blackmore is getting all sorts of treatment there, facials, everything. The referee says play on.
I thought the linesman had picked that one up there.
Yeah, and Ben Blackmore just shakes his head. But he's a tough nugget, is Ben, as we know. So, Ferris, Harrison then will go to Teenby.
Ferris and O'Hagan.
Yeah, O'Hagan and Ferris there. I think Ferris was saying, try and give me a bit of a facial, mate. But play continues. Clarkson there on field. And now Lockwood goes steaming in, runs at the shoulder of Scott. And 2 other York defenders, 5th and last. York just shy. Sorry, Featherstone just shy of the York 40 midline. A spiral twister kick there from Chisholm. Got it on the outside of his foot. And that went in eventually to Matty Marsh. Matty Marsh picks that up. He offloads to, I think it's Corey Hall. And Corey Hall takes a tackle, gets up, plays the ball. And York have completed another tackle there with Nick Howe. And now York will certainly go down the far channel, the little left-hand channel there, trying to find some momentum with James MacDonald before they bring it back on the inside with Jack Teenby. Jub then for York. O'Hagan, the kick, trying to find Walker out of position, but eventually O'Hagan comes in then and does clean up Walker with the help of 2 further York tacklers there. Walker just having to take that one. Now it's Hardcastle taking a drive here, helping out his forwards. And again, Dixon there, and it's back to 1. So Featherstone then with 6 more to go. Ferris gets up, plays the ball. Harrison on a striding run there, and Harrison comes in, and he's clattered by Dixon. And Dane Chisholm now finds Craig Hall. Craig Hall picks that one up. Quick play the ball then, finds Hardcastle. Hardcastle goes towards the 30-metre line of the York City Knights. Another quick play the ball. Connor Jones spots the gap there around the ruck. Manages to get a little pass away to Dane Chisholm. Dane Chisholm finds Callum Field. Callum Field takes a tackle. New Brown then comes into the players. Chris Wellham. And that is going to see Ben Blackmore ghosting off the pass from Wellham. Featherstone keeping it alive, putting it through plenty of hands. And the thing that was impressed there, Tom, that was like the quick play of the balls that we're so used to, you know, that we've worked hard on all season. And to get that quick play and to see it happening then, and I think that's what we've been missing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, if you get the ball early to Welly, he's got that good handoff, or you know, the footwork. With experience there, he's put Blackie away, you know, perfectly. That's just what you want as a winger, a centre, you know, as good as that. And you know, a good finish there by Blackie as well. He'll be happy with that, will Blackie?
Well, he certainly will be. You know, scoring here on his return to the Millennium. He played his first game back after a layoff last week against Batley, and did all right, went well, but I know he likes it here, he likes scoring here. So, a great try to Ben Blackmore, all created there from the quick hands. Connor Jones speeding up the ruck play as we needed, spotting the gaps around the ruck and getting us on the front foot as we now wait for Craig Hall to take the kick. Hall strikes that one, sends that towards the sticks, and that's straight through the uprights then. Featherstone 6, York City Knights 8. And we have had 14 minutes on the clock. And it's game on here.
Hopefully we can get another set and build his way back in. And
well, this is where now we have to go back and keep the momentum. And we spoke before, Tom, you know, about making sure that we punish teams now.
Yeah, definitely. We've been able to do it most of the season, and hopefully we can get that. That'll give us a bit of confidence getting that try there, and we can roll forward. If you look now, Fieldy's just got us a quick play the ball, and we've got players like Blackie that can, second that. And once again, we're leaving people on the ground. That's perfect.
Which is great ruck control. As Ferris there is eventually brought down, just managed to.
I think he's played at that there, O'Hagan. Fez is trying to get up, and O'Hagan's holding on to his nose. I don't think he even connected with his nose.
Well, I tell you where I thought there, mate. Looking at that, I thought Nickau was the one there, because he seemed to take the shot at Ferris that caused Ferris to duck out of the way, and and then I think Brett was just a little bit unlucky because O'Hagan sort of like going, "Oh, I'll have that one."
Yeah, I don't know how it's gone.
Yeah. But
it were only similar to before when Fez were on the floor.
It's going to be tasty. It's going to be tasty, is this? And you see Nickau then going against Chisholm as O'Hagan comes back into it, finds Teamby.
Good shot.
York coming down the slope. Eventually Teamby is brought down by, helped out by Harrison Field.
Once again, it's O'Hagan there.
Yeah, O'Hagan then to the 4, Marsh in there.
Matty Marsh is an indicator wherever he is, the ball's going to be heading, and O'Hagan's heading round alongside now, so you'd expect it. There you are, straight to him. Yeah,
with that little kick now, a little kick. And
good work by Blackie.
Yeah, well done there. Well done. Well done, Alex Walker there for allowing Ben Blackmore to control that situation and let the ball go dead. So it is a restart. Featherstone back underway, back to 1, and up to the 30-metre line already. Frankie Alton then coming into this one. It's had a quiet game so far as Frankie Alton, but no doubt he will get involved and put himself about as he usually does. Lockwood then. Lockwood just charging forward up the slope here at the Millennium. Lockwood still not held. Eventually he's brought down by Job, and there's a bit of afters going on there. Lockwood not happy as Callum Field goes through the gap. Well done, Connor Jones, and well done, Callum Field. Sorry, Tom, I cut you off there. But Connor Jones to the ascendancy. Fantastic yardage there from Connor Jones. And that was round the head. And the referee is saying, why is he giving play on? Why didn't he stop the play there?
Sure,
now he's going to take the play, yeah.
I'm going to say that was definitely a high shot.
Definitely a high shot.
O'Hagan's not the tallest, so he's definitely come off his feet at some point.
He's got some spirit in him though, hasn't he? He's had a go at Ferris, he's had a go at Lockie. You know.
Just halfback, halfbacks we like to get stuck in a little bit when we can, that's it.
We're like little Jack Russells, mate.
That's it.
The bigger they are, mate, that's what I was told. Always go for the big man.
That's it.
Then the rest of them will leave you alone. Anyway, back underway then. Connor Jones to Lockwood. Lockwood steams towards the 10-metre line before he's brought down. Plenty of tackles in the bag. 27 minutes gone. Sorry, 17 minutes gone so far of this one. Featherstone then just shy of the try line. Wellham to Brown. Brown cuts back across the field, finds Chisholm. Chisholm finds Ferris. Ferris with quick hands out to Hardcastle. Hardcastle goes towards the line before he's wrapped up under a 3-man tackle from the York defensive unit. Ferris off to
scored a few tries,
James Harrison, and James Harrison is eventually held up over the line. So the ball will come back to be played on the 10-metre line.
Hopefully we can get a try or at least finish on their line.
Referee now says play on. So Chisholm with a little juggle finds Field. Having a good game so far is Field. Jones to Chisholm, back across this way to Ferris. The ball spills loose, and that's going to see York collect that one. Now,
obviously that's an error by us, but we're finishing on their 10 now, and hopefully we can back it up with a little bit of defence. It's better than hopefully we don't give any penalties away now, and it's not the worst finish. I'm not sure what tackle it was, 3 or 4, but it's not the worst ending in the world. So York back in possession, and they will want to run and tackle
try.
by Frankian.
Yeah, straight out the blocks there. Were Holtland and New Brown, and it is Jubb for York, who gets York towards the 30-metre line. Their own 30-metre line, of course. Early kick.
No, didn't strike that very well.
But Walker straight down the throat of Walker then, and Walker manages to pick that one up and manages to make some great yards before eventually he's tackled.
This is good for us starting our set on.
It is near the halfway line, yeah. So Chris Wellham, Ben Blackmore then he'll get up and
good carry
and take that carry from around the ruck.
There we go again. Take off Jonesy.
Yeah. And it's all great this, because it's all around the ruck, isn't it? And we're managing to find some fantastic yards there. Now New Brown, will New Brown go with the shimmy and the dance? He certainly will show his swivel. 5th and last tackle. Featherstone on the 10-metre line. Jones to Harrison. Sorry, to Lockwood. Lockwood to Harrison. Harrison scores a try.
That's perfect.
And that's no more than you could have asked for.
Yeah, if you look at that set, I don't think we even passed the ball more or less till the last play. We've started on our 40, and we more or less just scooted his way all the way to their try line, and 2 quick passes at the end. Perfect. That's a great ball by Lockie, I think it was, putting Iro over. It's perfect when your middles can tip the ball on. And like I say, we didn't even pass the ball to the last tackle more or less, and that's great. And we'll be happy with that set. We'll want to just do that again. We've seen what their weakness is now, is just quick play the balls, getting up and going again, and I think Jones is doing really well in the middle there.
I think Connor Jones is having a wow so far, mate. Yeah. A wow. That's 20 minutes, mate. He's been fantastic,
I think Dean will be angry that he's not on now.
Yeah.
He'll come on when they're tired, though. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. The other thing that was a bit concerning there, Tom, I don't know if you spotted it, but Blackmore went down in back play. He's receiving some treatment, mate, but...
It'll be his false teeth. He's all right, I think. They're brighter than his... In fact, the same... He's got green boots on, hasn't they? He used to have green teeth. That's why he's got his new pearly whites in.
Well, pleased to tell you. I shouldn't laugh at that, but pleased to tell you Craig Hall has converted, and that now is... I'm still chuckling at the teeth, but it is Featherstone 12, York City Knights 8. The kick comes downfield into the hands of New Brown. New Brown finds field.
Good carry. Playing well his field is, getting us on front foot.
So Holton then, he will take the drive. Oh, Holton makes a break. And fantastic run there from Frankie Holton.
Yeah, he's dangerous out wide.
Just
Obviously,
gets us to the 30-metre line.
Just in the middle as well, does Frankie. So.
Yeah, it's great, great. Featherstone then, coming up the slope, try scorer Harrison. Harrison, he knew what was coming there. He knew what was coming, so submitted to the tackle from Teamby. Connor Jones then finds Chisholm. Chisholm finds Ferris. Ferris takes a tackle from O'Hagan. And Hardcastle allows a quick play. Kick from Chisholm. That is going to be straight down the throat of Matty Marsh. Matty Marsh then moves it on to Corey Hall. And Corey Hall will run into Hardcastle and Walker. Featherstone's defensive unit then muscling up, trying to restrict the yards being made by this York City Knights team. That's an interesting move there, Tom, that you see the Corey Hall took the first drive, he's then taken the third drive of that set.
Yeah, I think, York are sort of known for getting the backs involved. It's normally, Bish on this side, but obviously Corey Hall's come across and probably not had the ball a lot, so he thought, I'm going to get in twice.
Well, fifth and last tackle then, York still inside their own half. They've just managed to get to the 40-metre line now. The kick comes in. That is a bit of a bounce, so that's going to turn round the man from Ponte Carlo with his shiny tan, the bronzed Adonis, as he's better known, Ben Blackmore. Ben Blackmore is getting all sorts of treatment there, and not happy with that.
No, I think he's a tough man to tackle, so I think they try and get as many players in as they can on him. And if you see Josh there, he's
Josh like again, he's as tough as teak, mate. So what I'm finding interesting though is, Tom, looking at this, it's the tackling technique, mate. I'm not particularly happy with the knee to the groin that they seem to use on these tackles.
Go Jones.
Connor Jones then makes the break, manages to offload to James Harrison. James Harrison finds New Brown. Wellham with space to work over the fight, fends off one, tries to fend off two, but is eventually wrapped down. Featherstone then just inside the 20-metre line of the York City Knights. New Brown dancing away, but unfortunately wrapped up. Fifth and last tackle then, Chisholm. Chisholm will go with a kick across field. He's looking for Craig Hall. Craig Hall knocks that back into the hands of O'Hagan. And
that's what I'm not sure.
I am sure, well, I don't know how the referee's going to see this, but we did say, Tom, in our pre-match build-up, he did send Ben Blackmore off in 2018.
Oh, did I?
And he also sent Johnny Davis to the sin bin as well in the same game against Swinton. He's discussing with the touch judge here. Is that?
It looks like he's reaching for a card here. Looks like Chisholm's going to go here.
Yeah, he's going to get 10. So Dane Chisholm sin-binned for Featherstone. 10 minutes in the bin then. Will that come back to haunt the boys later? We will wait and see.
It's going to be tough here with a man down, but 16 minutes left. Hopefully, I'm sure New will be able to take control here, and we'll just have to change his attack up a little bit. And in defence, whether Alex puts himself in there a little bit more rather than sitting out the back, I'm not too sure.
Well, we've got 15 minutes of this one left, so Chisholm will be back before we reach half-time, but as it stands at this moment in time, Featherstone lead on the scoreboard, 12-8. Featherstone been behind for much of the game, then took control. We seem to be getting into a bit of an ascendancy. We seem to be taking control on the try we scored with Harrison, but now advantage is firmly back with York as they come through. Ryan Atkins.
This is where York are dangerous,
O'Hagan,
a little bit off the cuff. Good shot.
Oh, what a tackle from Craig Hall. The ball comes loose. Ben's Jones Bishop. That's going to be a knock-on.
That's great defence, obviously.
And that is fantastic there.
A man down on this side, and Hawley spotted it and just shot in. Nick Howe's not happy with that.
Yeah, well, he hit down Nick Howe, didn't he? He hit him fairly and squarely there, didn't he? And helped out by Josh Hardcastle as well, so...
I think Callum's come off JD now, but that's a good stint by Fieldy, that.
Callum Fields had a wow of the first half. Fantastic play. Great to see him start a game as well, you know, in the loose forward berth. Really, really good quality player. And certainly one for the future. Holton then, another star in the making. Will get up, play the ball, and Connor Jones will go forward. And he will find Lockwood. Lockwood is eventually brought down as Featherstone get inside the Oxford Knights half. Jones finds JD. JD carries that, a bit of a loose carry. That allows the ball to come free.
Yeah, I just think he didn't know how close he was behind him.
Yeah.
JD's really good at digging into the line and passing out the back, but I don't think he realised that he was behind him.
So Ben's Jones Bishop then takes a drive, goes into the centre of the park, looking for work. They will then go with Corey Hall. Corey Hall will get York to the Featherstone Rovers 40-metre line. 30 minutes left of this first half. Pulsating first half so far.
Ooh.
And somebody's taken...
I think...
oh, yeah, there's a bit of claret there.
Ooh.
Is that James Lockwood?
Yeah. Spoilers, good looks. Sure he'd say that.
Well...
Coops is happy though, look.
Yeah, old
Gets on earlier, Coops.
Yeah. Old Choo Choo's ready to come on, the old steam engine himself.
Still without his scrum cap.
That's it.
5 kilograms lighter.
Is it? Has it been put in a glass case, that scrum cap?
If I see it, I'm going to burn it, I think. I was sick of seeing it.
Did it smell, Tom?
Oh, it smelled, yeah.
Ugh. So we've got a small break here as James Lockwood puts on the, well, he's getting some running repairs there.
Yeah, Steve's strapping him all right there. If you saw Jones's last week, he did a bad job of that.
Yeah, I thought that Connor Jones had been a dentist last week, mate, with that strapping.
Well, you know, he's been posting pictures as Jones. It's not as bad as it looks. You know, I think he's doing it. I think he's put it as his Tinder picture as well, so he gets a little bit of attention. Ah,
right.
That's rumour anyway, that it's his Tinder picture with his little cut on his face.
All right. So is his 1 week relationship over then? I take it.
I'm not too sure. Unless she's sat in stands, unless she's got her a ticket, we'll have to look out.
York then, after that incident with Lockwood, York get us back underway. Certainly be able to pick out James Lockwood easily now in the crowd. But it is O'Hagan to Scott for York. He's having a bit of a tussle and a tangle with James Harrison, fifth and last. Brett Ferguson there to help it out. 10 metres out then, O'Hagan will go.
Oh,
He'll pass, looking for runners. And that's great defensive unit work from...
I think the left-hand side of York there all thought O'Hagan were going to kick to the corner, so when he passed it out the back, there were no options, but that's good for us.
Certainly looked as if he were going for a kick, didn't he, Tom?
Yeah, well, Atkins and the winger were, you know, running for the kick, and there we go.
Well, that'll do nicely. Thank you very much, Mr. Rosley, for giving us a penalty for offside. That will relieve some of the pressure. So it gives us a penalty on the 20-metre line, and Craig Hall takes the kick. That's fantastic. The ball disappears over the back of the Millennium Stand, and we will restart on the halfway line. 5 minutes in from the Millennium Stand, Millennium Family Stand touchline. Up towards the 40 with Frankie Alton. Quick play there. Jones to Lockwood. Lockwood straight in there. Not taking a backward step. Truly inspirational. What an inspiration that man is. Never says die. Frankie Alton then picks up the ball from New Brown, and New Brown will go forward. Frankie Alton is wrapped up. Wellham to Brown. On to Lockwood. JD.
Good kick.
Little kick from Craig Hall. Can Josh Hardcastle get on the outside here and benefit from that? That forces York to put the ball dead, so we will get the ball back. And that's the first dropout of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a good
or
kick.
The evening.
Good kick that by Hawley. Obviously, we're a man down there, so he's took the charge on this left-hand side to put the kick in, and you know he couldn't obviously a try would have been nice, but you can't ask for anything much better than that, a repeat set. Put a little bit of pressure on them and tire them out a little bit again.
Well, we've got around about 12 minutes left of this first half. Featherstone with the slightest leads here, 12 points to 8. And it is James Harrison that goes forward. As James Harrison goes forward, and eventually John Davis takes a tackle, brought down. Featherstone just inside the 20.
Oh,
Harrison goes again. Before he's wrapped out.
Obviously, News jumped over to this left side here, and Ollie. Oh, I think Ollie wanted it back inside there.
Well, New Brown's still going. Manages to get it out the back door to Walker.
Oh, just short.
Oh, well done, New Brown, but well done, Alex Walker, for reeling that one in and going so close. Featherstone then, the gaps are appearing in the line. Can we force something here? We keep the ball alive. As James Harrison goes towards the line, that should be.
Look to right hand side here. We've got.
Why didn't the referee? What's the referee signal there? Why didn't he give back to one? It looks as if James Harrison's down.
That don't look good.
No, it doesn't look good.
Especially when a player lets go of the ball like that. It's not like Iro to stay down, and obviously one of the York players were quickly calling the sideline over.
Well, this is one of the last things we want to see, Tom. You know, he has been phenomenal this season.
Oh, yeah, he's been immense. Obviously, you know, credit to him for, you know, getting the deal at Warrington. It's well deserved. I've said it for the last couple of years. This year, I think he's, you know, he's come on leaps and bounds, and he's a true professional off the field as well. And I think, you know, it's a well deserved that he's moving to Super League. And I've said it before. I think in a couple of years, I think there's no reason why he can't. Not putting pressure on him, but you know, I can see him, you know, hopefully representing, you know, the country, and he's absolutely outstanding in this league, and I'm sure he'll be just as good in Super League as well. It'll suit him, suit his game style. So I'm looking forward to next year, but obviously, hopefully, he's all right now. Steve's checking him out. It looks like it's his right knee. Steve will obviously be doing a few checks, and fingers crossed that it looks in some serious pain.
Well, it looks as in some serious agony there, and just something that you know, you don't want to see any player injured, do you? No,
definitely not. And obviously, it looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah. And you certainly don't want to see one of your main influencers.
I just hope he's not checking his ACL there. He's calling the stretcher, I think.
Yeah.
It's not nice to see at all. I just hope he's all right.
Well, James Harrison, obviously laid on the floor with his hands on his head. He's now sat back up. I'm just looking in the crowd to see if I can see his dad. I know his dad went to watch Leeds United earlier on today. Didn't know if he'd managed to get back here in time. But it is good to see Craig Harrison up. And Craig Harrison will leave the field.
James Harrison.
Sorry, James Harrison. Do you know?
I think he's limping off, and I think Mez were going for the stretcher, but I think they have brought it out there to the side, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, Harrison will continue to be looked after by the Featherstone medical team here, and Luke Cooper comes on in place of James Harrison. And that's a spilt chance there, and York will take advantage of that, and they'll go for a very, very quick restart, and they do.
He's fast. I think it was Corey Johnson.
And well done, Alex Walker there, and Luke Cooper for reading the situation and managing to stop Corey Johnson from getting up ahead of steam.
I think we're doing well to say we're a man down as well, to be fair.
Yeah, still.
I think they brought Cuthbertson on now, so he's a danger with the ball. It's probably about locking the ball up against him.
If
very good offload, and obviously very experienced.
Yeah, well, he knows how to play the game, doesn't he, Cuthbertson? As does that man there, Baldwinson, as well. Who's another big unit, isn't he, you know, for York. But it is York with Cuthbertson putting the ball through hands, and Scott takes that from O'Hagan, and Ferris is asked there as well. as Luke Cooper and John Davis to muscle up in defence. Cuthbertson,
good shot.
Oh, and a steaming charge, manages to offload. And John Davis goes to take the low tackle, but he is pushed off by Chris Brinning eventually.
Short side again.
They bring Brinning down. They're going to go to this right-hand side. O'Hagan's going to try put the ball on the ground this time, and that is just watched to go dead.
I didn't think he'd even touched it there. I think the boys are, having a bit of a conversation with the ref that he didn't touch it, but
well, I thought he'd just gone dead there, Tom, in all fairness.
It looked like he'd left the ball, to be fair, but Iro's here. He's walking a little bit better, his Iro, but he's still getting assistance.
Yeah, still quite worrying. We'll keep his eye on that one and give you any news as it filters through to us. But it is Craig Orr with a dropout then. That gets to our own 40-metre line. He's picked up by O'Hagan. O'Hagan onto Cuthbertson, and Cuthbertson on one of those bullocking runs that he's renowned for making, but well done for Connor Jones and Frankie Holton in there to try and pin him down. York then enjoying this spell of possession, enjoying this spell encamped in the Featherstone half, but it is Featherstone's defensive unit that's working overtime so far. And as Tom said, we're still a man down. 3 minutes left on the sin bin clock before back up to full strength. As Tim Spears.
Come right again.
Yeah.
Every time.
O'Hagan to Marsh. Marsh sells the dummy. The gap opens up for Marsh. And Marsh is going to go round and put the ball down behind the sticks. And it is, as you say, Tom, you called it there. You called it right. They know which side to target, and they just seem to be picking us off quite easy.
Yeah, I don't think it's more a target in our side. I think it's just the dominance of O'Hagan. I think he just wants the ball in his hands as much as he can. Like I said before, he's a dominant halfback on their team, and he give the fullback Matty Marsh a little bit of space, and he's quick. I think it were John Davis there that's more or less got to make a decision to try and go and get him, but he's just a little bit quick. Obviously, with 7 minutes left, looks like we're going to be 2 points behind, which ain't too bad. Say we're a man down as well. I know we can't use that as an excuse, but
no,
we'll be there, and hopefully we can fix that up and sort of get O'Hagan's back a little bit.
Well, 12 apiece. It's locked up. Then the kick comes in. The kick is converted there, so that takes now a different tilt to the score. 7 minutes remaining of the first half. It is Featherstone 12, York 14. As Corey Johnson converts that kick. So, York fans being quite vocal. Featherstone team just talking to one another. Obviously quite used to this situation, Tom. There's no panic. There's
no panic. I think there should only be less than a minute left before Chiz comes on.
Well, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Just what we needed. Great kick there from Hall. Forces the knock on there from York. Behind his own sticks as well.
I'm sure Chiz should be on now. I'm sure it was 16 minutes when he got.
I thought he got about a minute left.
Yeah, he's waiting there.
Is he waiting to go back on?
Yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah. So ideally we could. He'll be Denches and we'll be back on shortly. As the ball goes into the hands of New Brown. New Brown feeds Luke Cooper. What a charge from Cooper! What a charge from Luke Cooper!
Oh, I think Ed not. Chiz is on now, which is good for us. But, Coop's staring him out.
Yeah.
He just knocked him over. Go on, Coop.
Yeah.
Look at him smiling.
The York player goes down there then in back play. Chris Brinning collided with Cooper when he was on that charge. It is Cooper stood with the ball. He's got his hand on his left hip. He's just talking to Adam Cuthbertson. I wonder if they're saying, where's the party at tonight, Adam? Your place or mine? Do you like me teapot?
He's probably asking what he's having for teas, Coops. Yeah. He's probably interested, and I'm sure Coops. I've heard a story about Coops. He didn't know whether to have McDonald's, KFC or Indian, so he just decided to order all three.
And why not, mate? Why not? Variety is the spice of life, Tom.
He likes his food, does Coops.
Well, he certainly needs something to feed that big engine of his, doesn't he? You know what I mean? So we have a player down, as we say, in back play. That is Chris Brigham. The referee has stopped the clock here. So we'll just have a quick chat with Tom, find out how things are. How's everything going, mate?
Yeah, I'm all good. Obviously, I just missed out again this week in the team, so hopefully I'm, got ready and hoping to play next week and get stuck in.
Well, the signal from the field is that Chris Brigham is going to have to leave the field. It looks like he's done something to his either his knee or his ankle there, Tom, and he's been helped. He's been helped from the park there. As
it's not good to see. That's 2 injuries, obviously, in the game so far. 2 people been taken off. Just looking down at Iro there, he's got ice on his knee, and whether he comes back on, I'm not too sure.
We'll wait and see on that, as I say, with James Harrison then.
Another stoppage, obviously it's given us time, hopefully, to discuss what we're going to do in this next set and for the rest of this half. Now Chiz is back on, and obviously we've got both as half-backs that can exploit space, and I think we've done that so far. We've just been a bit unlucky with some stuff.
Definitely then. So the York City Knights player leaves the park then to applause. Featherstone with the ball with Lockwood then, deep inside the York City Knights half. New Brown finds Alex Walker, and Alex Walker is eventually pushed back, and a few metres lost there. O'Hagan in the way, but play continues. John Davis there is eventually brought down by Cuthbertson.
That's it. Well, we've got space
Connor
there.
Jones,
it's 5 on 3. Bit of a bounce. I thought sometimes a bounce pass, it's not intentional, but sometimes it works. But we're a bit unlucky there.
Very unlucky there. An error then when the overlap was on, as Tom was saying. We had 5 on 3, but the pass spilt there as it went to Ben Blackmore, and Cuthbertson will restart play in the centre of the park, and Featherstone muscling up in defence now. This is where our defensive unit, we spoke before in the past about this, will go hunting. They'll go hunting the mistake as Ryan Atkins comes in. He takes that drive, eventually brought down. But it is York staying in the central channel then, not really moving anywhere, and it's Featherstone that's caught offside. So that gives another advantage now to York, as they'll be able to certainly kick there from just inside the 40-metre line to advance further down the field, and they will restart.
I think Gadwin's going to come on now with 4 minutes to go. Gives a little bit of something different. Does Gadwin is a big fella.
Big unit, yeah.
He's got even bigger since we were at Cass when I played with him. He's a bit more experienced as well now, so be good for us.
So Cuthbertson then for York City Knights in the centre of the park. York will now go down the left-hand side, and well picked out there, Chris Wellham, for the knowing exactly where that was going. Matty Marsh to the fore. Marsh offloading in the tackle to Tim Spears, the veteran Tim Spears, known so well at this Featherstone club, but it is Matty Marsh that's got the ball back forward.
Great shot again by Welly. He's put Matty Marsh.
Well, Matty Marsh is
that's a great shot.
Yeah, 5th and last tackle. Matty Marsh is rolling round on the floor there as York decide to try and go down the.
What's he give there?
What's he going to give?
It looked like Alex had got out, but I think he'd been pushed back in.
Oh, referee, come on!
Fair fans are not happy with that. Stopping time now for an injury.
Well, he's blown the whistle now so that Matty Marsh can get some treatment. Featherstone are judged to being caught behind the line.
Checking his
possession.
Ribs, Matty Marsh's. Not nice to get a shot in the ribs. Good shot by Welly though. He's read it out.
Well, he's come up with two fantastic there, Tom, hasn't he? That are certainly ask questions.
With the cheat chant, it's a classic. So they must be upset with something. Obviously, we can't really see from over here whether he got out or not. That's twice now we've not had decisions go our way, and Springer comes on now, and
yeah, Lockwood goes off. Yeah,
with his head strapped up.
It's not right, but it's not foul. It's not an official foul. How long's left, Carl? It's got a player asking me.
well, he'll want to get stuck in. He'll want to get stuck in. Will Gadwin Springer, as the few instructions been barked from underneath us.
Yeah, I can hear what he's
from
saying.
behind us.
I wish I could pass it down now to Marchins. I can hear what who they're targeting now.
Well, Matty Marsh is up then after a bit of magic spray and a tickle with a magic sponge. Sees him back on his feet. The dropout comes, gets just shy of the halfway line, and now Cuthbertson will come back. He'll run at John Davis, helped out by Gadwin Springer, who's now on, and Frankie Holton was in there as well. John Davis to the fore again then, just stopping York going forward. Jordan Baldwinson brought down there.
Nice.
And a spillage there.
Oh, surely not.
Referee says the ball went back, but and York managed to keep it alive, and Cuthbertson runs into the frame of Gadwin Springer. Gadwin all over him there like a bad rash, wraps Cuthbertson up. O'Hagan then to Marsh, Marsh to Nick Howe.
Good defence.
As they target this right-hand side again. Very quick there to move the ball. O'Hagan, he'll want to put some air on it, and does. That goes behind. Now, Tom, I'm confused here now, Tom.
Yeah.
Because that one looked to go more behind than the previous one.
Yeah, he must realise that he'd messed up on the last one and thought he'd give this one as knock on, but we'll take it. It did look back to me, but like you said, the other one was definitely a knock on. A couple of tackles earlier. Obviously, Gadwin will get his first carry now, and he's a hard bloke to handle. Well,
it is the first carry for Gadwin Springer, and he makes some good yards there. 10 metres in all. Before Hardcastle carries on the charge up the park, going towards the halfway line and allowing the York players to just carry him forward. Gadwin Springer then comes on a second charge in this set of 6. Gets us inside towards the York City Knights 40-metre line. Chisholm to Brown, Brown to Ferris. Ferris in there with O'Hagan again, renewing their battle. And there's all sorts going on there, but Brett Ferris is not happy. And Connor Jones quickly plays the ball. New Brown to JD. JD on to Gadwin Springer. John Davis, that is, to Gadwin Springer. Gadwin Springer goes on a gallop. And York come in and carry him forward there. 5th and last tackle then. York, Featherstone inside the 20-metre line. Ball in the centre of the park. A kick from Chisholm. Chisholm over the top. Pulls that one out of the air.
Yes.
And Alex Walker
Yes,
gets
Alex.
that one. We'll have that.
Yes, get in.
We'll have that. That is fantastic. York remonstrating with the referee, but well done, Dane Chisholm, for putting the kick in. Well done for Alex Walker for reading that right and pulling it out of the hands of Matty Marsh and managing to get a try here just before half-time to keep Rovers in contention. 16 points to 14.
Lovely little kick that by Chiz. Something a little bit different. I've played against Alex before when he were at London, and I can remember him doing that to us, I think in 2018 a couple of times, and scoring a few tries. So obviously he's got one on the score sheet here for us, and it's a nice little kick and a great finish by Alex. Obviously he can get over the fullback, and that's perfect.
Well, I think we said before, Tom, you know, when we worked together in commentary before, about how important sometimes it is that if you're going to score just before half-time,
yeah,
to give you that advantage back.
Yeah, definitely, and that's just what we need. I'm not sure how long's left. I'm sure there must be only, you know, around a minute left. But we're really happy with that, and obviously Webber will be happy with that if we're going into half-time with a, what will it be? Is it 16-14 or?
That makes it 18-14.
There's a hooter.
Well, Craig Hall converts right on the stroke of half-time, and it is Featherstone 18, York City Knights 14. It's been It's been an enthralling first half, Tom. I hope you'll agree. And it's been a little bit stop-start in places, you know, with a few knocks and injuries, which hopefully we'll get some updates on those as the game progresses in the second half. We've seen some fantastic strikes scored. York opened the scoring with Ben Jones-Bishop on the 5th minute. He also crossed again on the 7th minute in an identical spot to push him out to 8 points to 0. Then Ben Blackmore scored his first his try of the afternoon. Craig Hall converted that to make it 6 points to 8. Then James Harrison crossed to give Featherstone the advantage at 10-8, with Hall converting at 12-8. Featherstone led. Then Matty Marsh for the Oxford United scored his try on the 32nd minute to make it 12 apiece, with a Johnson goal conversion giving York the advantage at 12-14. Then right on the stroke of half-time, Alex Walker crosses for the try, converted by Hall, and it is 18 points to 14 here at the Millennium Stadium. Then a couple of quick half-time hellos as I've been asked to mention, and I'm just trying to find Rhonda Witherspoon listening, of course, down in Australia.
Oh, well.
My co-commentator says, how's the barbie? Is there shrimp on the barbie? Rhonda. Also, Alan Lloyd. Again, I know Alan is listening 3 a.m. In the morning, he says, where Alan is. And
dedication.
yeah, he'll hope you're enjoying this. It is a slender lead that we have. We also have plenty of plenty of other people tuned in around the world. As I say, let us know where you are. Always welcome to join us. Always welcome to share your thoughts, etc. with us here at Featherstone Rovers. Get in touch with us via Facebook and also our Twitter page at Rovers RLFC. And there was, and I'm trying to find it, and I will find it. Somebody else, Tom, that wanted to say, could we say hello to, in fact, it was Andy Greenow, and he wanted us to say hello to, I can't remember if she was called Mary Wanto, who he said it's a special lady, and would we say a hi to her?
Hello, Mary.
So I hope we've got that right. If it's wrong,
Mary.
If it's wrong,
Andy,
Andy,
not Mary, it is today.
Yeah. If it's wrong, I apologise. And no, it's not Mary, it's Betty.
Oh, Betty.
I apologise, Andy.
Nothing like it.
I apologise. But we're high on life up here, mate. We're high on life. And Tom says, Betty and Mary, good afternoon.
Yeah, Mary, if there's anyone listening called Mary, hello.
So we hope you're enjoying this, but thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you on board and listening. It is half time then here at the Millennium. We're going to take a quick short break, and we'll be back with all the second half action once it commences. And time for a quick tea break, stretch the legs, find out what's going on in the rest of the world.
See what gets said.
All right, mate. So welcome back then to the Millennium Stadium, where Featherstone are out for the second half, as are York City Knights. It will be Featherstone playing towards the Post Office Road end, as it's known here, or known around the world at this iconic stadium. Featherstone with the smallest of leads, 18-14. And I'm just going to say, Alan Lloyd, for those of you who are wondering where Alan is in the world, Alan is in Sydney in lockdown, but great to have you tuned in as always, Alan. So, York with the first touch of the ball then, and they'll come forward up the slope and manage to get 12 metres away from their own try line before the ball's worked back on the inside to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson just stealing a few more yards there. He gets over the 20-metre line before he's wrapped up. As Judd in at Acton half, and Judd pushing his own player there forward. Under tackle from Gadwin Springer and Luke Cooper. Spears it was in there, and Cuthbertson then. Cuthbertson looking to offload, but New Brown managing to keep the ball free. Well, and the ball does come free, but the referee said it went backwards. So we'll look at that as York race away now, and York going up the far stand side very, very quickly inside the Featherstone half, as Marsh will feed the ball on. And the ball is eventually brought down by Baldwinson. And the tackle from Springer on the 40-metre line of Featherstone. Matty Marsh will put the kick in. The kick will go high into the darkening night sky. And Alex Walker will take that. He didn't jump with joy there, but he just took it on his heels, on his toes, and away he went down the slope before he was tackled. Frankie Holton then. Frankie Holton does manage to...
Josh, is that?
Is it Josh Hardcastle? Yeah. I thought it was Frankie. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give in, mate. You know what? I'm going to give in.
Josh won't be happy with that as well, that you've called him Frankie.
Oh. Frankie will, though. Walker then.
Good carriers again.
Yeah, fantastic carry there from Alex Walker. Gets us towards the halfway line. And JD, John Davis then, quick to carry the momentum forward. Fifth and last. Caesars on to the 40-metre line. We've got left-hand side with Chisholm. Chisholm with a little kick. That will then be taken by Ben Jones Bishop. And Ben Jones Bishop will... John Jones.
UFC fighter.
Yeah, I know, mate. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. It's because I'm in your presence, Tom. I'm starstruck.
You're nervous, aren't you?
I'm nervous, mate. I'm starstruck. Starstruck again. Ryan Atkins, one I do know. And Jubb for York then. With 9 on his back, he's brought down by Ferris and Josh Hardcastle. As they do
good shot by Ollie again.
Well, it's still eventually the referee does say, come on, let's play the ball. And it is Baldwinson then who's managing just to keep going forward. He gets that to Matty Marsh. Matty Marsh kicks that. That goes into the hands of Ben Blackmore. Ben Blackmore takes it on the chest. And Ben Blackmore manages to realise where he is. Gets a great forward momentum there. Gets Featherstone down towards the halfway line before he gets up and plays the ball from Chris Wellham. I think Tim Spears has got a bit of claret there as well, flowing, mate, from the nose after the clash with Blackmore. And they do bring Spears off and bring Clarkson back on. Featherstone in the centre of the park. New Brown on to Ferris. Quick hands. Ferris on the 30-metre line. No. Looked like a bit of line about. And Gadwin Springer then. Gadwin Springer on full charge towards the 20-metre line. Fifth and last tackle. Featherstone in the centre of the park. Ball out to Chisholm. Chisholm with a deft little kick over the top. Tries to find Walker. And that is a fantastic kick there, because that will see York caught up behind the in-goal area. Another dropout to come. Featherstone pressure so far after the first 5 minutes. It's all Featherstone, Featherstone, Featherstone. It's like a pressure cooker, Tom.
Yeah, that's
like a pressure cooker.
That was a good set and good little trick kick there by Chisholm. Obviously Alex were chasing it and he's forced forced the dropout.
So, well, it's like waiting for the microwave to ping to say the food is ready as the ball is dropped out eventually. Where's it going to go? It's going to go to Josh Hardcastle, and Josh Hardcastle is going to race back. Josh Hardcastle, what a player. Manages to take that. Still going forward, Josh Hardcastle, before he's eventually brought down 20 metres out. Luke Cooper then. Cooper turns on the turbo steam engine there. Manages to get a few yards forward. New Brown to Chisholm. Chisholm sells the dummy. Does find Walker. Walker through the gap. Fantastic try. I said the
Great
food
finish.
is ready. The chicken is cooked.
That's a good finish by Alex. That.
Yeah.
It looked to be man on man, and he's just beat the centre there. And I think he put it into one hand and sort of showed it to Blackie there. That's a good finish by Alex. That's some good skill and nice little play. We built pressure from the set before, and it's paid off. You don't have to score in every set. It's, building that pressure the set before, and like you said, as you said, what was it? The
microwave's about to ping.
Yeah.
And it's a meat pie for Alex Walker. Any news on James Harrison, Tom, that you can share? Is it?
No, I'm not too sure. I didn't really get the chance to get into the physio room.
All right, mate. No worries. We'll try and find out what it is at some point. But a fantastic try then, scored by Alex Walker, created by Dane Chisholm. Alex Walker, his second try of the afternoon, scored just before half-time. And Craig Hall unfortunately sends the conversion wide, but it is Featherstone 22, York City Knights 14. We've had, 7 minutes of this second period gone, with still plenty of time. The floodlights are on as the night sky draws in.
It's been a while since we've played under floodlights.
So Corey Johnson then will kick deep. That will go into the hands of Hardcastle. Hardcastle will just run it straight back, and he runs at Sam Scott. Before he's brought down, Luke Cooper in there to the 4, gets Featherstone over their own 30-metre line and going towards a 40-metre line before he's eventually he's wrapped up. But a quick play of the ball there. Connor Jones moves the ball very, very quickly,
nice,
and it's into the hands of Frankie Alton and Chris Wellham here. Chris Wellham is laughing it up here. He's absolutely loving it.
Loves
under pressure, Atkins and Corey Hall there all over Chris Wellham, but he was loving it.
He didn't like the handoff. As Webber would say, he's made a career out of that as well.
Yeah.
Either the handoff or coming back against the grain.
Well, New Brown there. New Brown feints dummy, does find Chisholm.
Nice.
Chisholm with a left little kick. Finds the old bar of soap himself. And Imperial Leathermate, he'll go in. He'll have that all day long, won't he?
I think Orley pointed for that then.
Yeah.
As soon as it come off the boot of Chiz there, there's no one else in space apart from Orley, and he's got over there, and he'll be buzzing with that.
Well, back to back, mate. Back to back, which is what we needed, and it's what stood us in good stead in that run that we had, Tom. Where we went unbeaten, and it was the ability to score back to back, wasn't it? You know, and really keep that pressure on teams. Yeah,
it gives us confidence, and obviously, York will be really disappointed with that. But like I said, the confidence will be high now, and it shows that when we complete sets, when we apply pressure and stick to his game plan, we'll score some great tries, and we always score a lot of points. But back to back is something that we do look to do, and is a great confidence booster.
It is a fantastic confidence booster, and it's great to see the fans in the Millennium Stadium stand singing, playing the drum as Craig Hall strikes this one. Has it got the legs? It certainly has, Craig Hall then straight through the uprights to add to his try already scored. It is Featherstone 28, York City Knights 14. And if I'm not mistaken, that try The try that Craig Hall scored, Tom, that was his 200th career try.
Oh, it's good.
So
Nice little accolade there for that score. Very good.
So Luke Cooper then gets up, plays the ball. Hardcastle, he will take that one. The stadium announcer just echoing what I've just said about that being Craig Hall's 200th career try.
Oh, that's high.
Oh, that's high. Now that must be high because Gadwin Springer's not the smallest of blokes.
No, he actually took me off ball yesterday in training, so I asked Cuthbertson to get him back for me.
Did he pinch your sweets, Tom?
No, he just, you know, Gadwin's a big fella, so like you say, it's definitely a high tackle if he's going backwards like that.
Well, I'm not saying that Gadwin's that big, mate. You know what I mean? I'm only a small lad, but I'd need a map to get round him, mate. I really would. He's a unit.
He is a unit.
Here we go then. Chisholm on to Ferris. Ferris striking down as Ben Jones-Bishop all balls away as the ball comes loose there. Now, I don't think that would a knock on, you know. I think the ball's been stolen there. I know it's hard to tell from our position up here, but Ben Jones-Bishop hobbled out of the tackle, and he's still hobbling a little bit in back play, but it will be York that get the feed, get the possession, as Cuthbertson then just taking his time. And that's what I like to see, Tom.
Yeah.
You know, proper play of the ball up. You know, down on the knee to restart it. That's how it should be.
Snap, sweep, touch, as they used to say.
Yeah. So, Jubb for York City Knights will find.
Dangerous, his Jubb. He's jumped out quite a lot.
Corey Hall. And Jubb's in there again then, round that ruck area.
Good work,
and finds Cuthbertson. And that's a fantastic drive from Luke Cooper there to drive Adam Cuthbertson back. And Cuthbertson's in all sorts of pain there in back play.
What a shot by Coops that is, you know,
that is a fine shot.
Getting him on his
fine
back.
Shot.
I know he got the offload away, but you know that's what you want with someone dangerous like that. You need someone on him straight away, and you know he's down injured now, but that's a great shot. And Jones has come off now. It's a great stint for Jones.
Yeah.
You know, 30
well,
minutes
now we
left.
see.
He's had a great game there, Jones.
We see Connor Jones, as Tom's rightly says, leaving the park there. Fantastic stint from Connor. That's now the magic man, the magician. Dean Parada enters the fray. And I'm just going to, something I saw there, Tom, I don't know if you picked it up yourself, but obviously we know that Adam Cuthbertson took the hit there, and a great hit from Luke Cooper. But what was interesting was seeing one or two of the York players straight away signalling to the bench about taking Cuthbertson off. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, I'm not too sure. I wonder if it were an injury that occurred before. Not too sure. Obviously, he's a big player for them and a big loss for them. There's Louis McConnell's giving it thumbs up in his nice gloves. Best water boy in league.
Best dressed water boy that we have at Featherstone is Louis McConnell.
Been playing well for us this year, Louis. You know, not the biggest middle, but I think he's been outstanding for us this year.
That's Cuthbertson.
Harvey Spencer, look at him, nice and tanned up.
Yeah, Harvey, the Love Island application, he's still here, but we know that he's ready to go at any time onto Love Island. So, again, if he does get on, please vote for him and keep him in.
Yep, keep him in. I'm sure all Fev fans will be voting.
Parada then to Chisholm. Chisholm, oh, fantastic little offload to Ben Blackmore. Ben Blackmore cuts back on the inside, round the back, and Ben Blackmore is eventually brought down. Questions being asked. Parada around the ruck, spots the gap. Parada able to go.
Dean.
The little magic man there, weaving his magic. Still going forward, Dean Parada.
He's got a little mullet going on.
And eventually brought down. It's better than his man bun, I'll tell you. John Davis then, John Davis. Oh! And that looked high on the little fella. And Featherstone awarded the penalty. As John Davis, he knows what he's doing, mate, doesn't he? He's seen it all before. He's been there, starting the movie.
That's it, yeah.
In the book.
Good little carry there by JD. He's seen Nick Howe fly out of the line, so he's took the opportunity. I think on its way to tackle JD, there were around his head. So that's what's happened.
So we now wait then, and it'll be Chisholm, who's just talking to the troops, gets us back underway. Quick tap into the hands of Cooper. Cooper steaming down the track towards the try line before
Gadwin,
he's brought down there by Baldwinson. Chisholm, New Brown onto Frankie Hall, and Frankie Hall goes through the gap.
Look to the right here, well, quick, little bit of a quicker play, the ball.
Yeah,
there.
Alex Walker there, New Brown, Gadwin Springer then steams forward. Pressure is building again.
His reset tackle count, we look
back to 1 then.
Look good here on left.
Chisholm with a shimmy. Chisholm spots the gap. He's going to race right away across the field here. Chisholm trying to find something, but eventually one of the York players comes in and puts him to the turf. Wellham gets up, plays the ball. He'll take another quick tackle, wanting to play the ball very quickly. Parada finds Brown. Brown steps to the right, and that's an interception now. Now, yeah.
Sniper.
Yeah, I think the sniper on the TV gantry, Tom Holmes there, took him out quite well.
I had one bullet and I got him.
That's right, Tom. Corey Johnson there.
He's now making out as though his ankle's gone.
Yeah. Well, it's back to 1 then for York as they reach the 40-metre line, and it is that man,
Hall.
Johnson.
What's his name? Corey Hall, is it not?
Yeah, sorry, Corey Hall. It is Corey Hall.
Thought I were wrong then.
No. I was just watching what was going on. I was thinking about Johnston with the injury, but anyway, play continues. We've got Teenby there. We've got now Baldwinson. Ball comes loose. That goes back. Jubb back to Teenby. Teenby being told to run it. The ball comes loose now, back into the hands of Alex Walker, and Alex Walker will pick that up, and Alex Walker will just run and take the tackle, and we will reset the cue, if you like, reset the balls, and here we go again. Another set of 6. Josh Hardcastle then inches us towards the 40-metre line.
Penalty,
and we get a penalty. So
I thought we were going to give knock on there, and obviously a couple of men in the tackle, and Josh will be glad about that one.
Just looking, Tom, do you feel? I'm just looking around 1 or 2 of the York players, and they do seem to be blowing a little bit.
Yeah. I feel we put a lot of pressure on them, and obviously round the ruck, as 9s have been really dangerous, and they've got some big boys in there, and if we can tire them out, that's great for us.
That's a fantastic kick.
If you look at Teenby there, and the number 12 over that side, it's Sam Scott. They're only just getting back. So hopefully that's something we can target and take advantage of.
Well, we went for a quick play there, but the referee has taken us back. But we do eventually get back underway as Springer will go forward. He's brought down just shy of the 20-metre line. Over to Chisholm. Chisholm finds Walker.
Great
out
ball.
to Hall. Craig Hall in for a try. Second try of the evening then for Craig Hall. Fantastic play there, and well worked. All from, well, you've got to credit Gadwin Springer there for making that drive, haven't you?
Good carry there by Gadwin, carrying 4 blokes with him. And obviously a nice little play on the left there, and Alex creates that 3-on-2. And it's a great ball out there to Hawley. I thought Bish were nearly going to grab the interception, but that's a well-weighted pass by Alex. If I'd have thrown that, he'd have probably gone into the stands. But that's a great pass, and if Hawley gets that time and running onto the ball at that pace, he's not going to be stopped. So that's a well-worked try. And like you say, Gadwin set the platform there. Obviously, we got the penalty with Josh. A couple of tackles before that.
Well, Craig Hall's try then coming on the 57th minute of the second half, and just looking at my scribbles and notes, Tom, we scored on the 47th minute, so that's a 10-minute spell of pressure and dominance there.
That's like I say, pressure, and like you've just mentioned about them being tired before. That's what we want. You apply pressure to a team, you force repeat sets, you defend well after that. It takes a lot of gas out of a team, and we'll capitalise on stuff like that. And like we said, good play, good front loading carries by Gadwin in the middles, and then nice little play out wide. I think it was Chiz who got his hands on the ball first.
Well, I'm also looking as well, Tom, because I do believe that that's another record for Craig Hall. We'll just wait and see if he converts.
He has, yeah.
And he does.
Beauty.
It gets better. Indeed, it does. Craig Hall then converting his try. That's the second time he's done that this evening. Featherstone 34, York City Knights 14. But that now means that Craig Hall has amassed a career points total of 1,700 career points.
Fair few points.
It's a fair few points, mate.
Don't know if they're going to go for a little short one here now. Long one. We were defending up there like you were going for the short kick.
So, try scorer Craig Hall then, takes the carry, gets to the 20-metre line before Hardcastle comes in. And Hardcastle again will just trundle that forward, take the tackle. Parada in that acting half, finds Cooper. Cooper finds Springer on a crossfield run. And Cooper with a little one-hand-off pivot there. Rolling back the clock. Parada to Chisholm with a kick. And it's all great, fantastic. This now, can the pressure be applied here? Can New Brown get there to Matty Marsh?
That's a nice
and
kick
Frankie Alton does eventually get there and help out New Brown as they wrap up Marsh.
Once again, it was Gadwin with a nice quick play after Coops. A little bit of Rangy Chase magic there by him. We must be watching his highlights.
Corey Hall then, he's brought down on his 20-metre line. As York moved the ball into the centre of the field. Ryan Atkins is put down. Sorry, Ben Jones Bishop is put down. As the ball goes out towards the far side with Nick Howe. Featherstone fans loud and vocal here. Fifth and last tackle then. Marsh. He'll put some air into that one. That goes all the way back to Walker. Walker will take that one. He'll race back. He'll come into the centre of the park and he'll look for a gap before eventually being wrapped up there and is brought down by the help of Sam Scott. So a quick play here. Blackmore drops a shoulder as Atkins does come in now and tackle. And Frankie Alton races away through one gap, beats. Again, Frankie Alton gets to all the halfway line here then. And York just not clearing the ruck quick enough. But John Davis now allowed to carry that forward. John Davis up to the York City Knights 40-metre line. Yardage around the ruck from Parada. Parada over the top to Wellham. Wellham to Blackmore. Blackmore with the burners. Oh, Blackmore went for the kick, which would have seen either Craig Hall or Chris Wellham race onto that one, but eventually the ball.
I think it one of their players.
It hit the York player, didn't it?
Yeah, Blackie there.
Yeah.
I'll tell him that. Keep your feet off ball, Blackie, mate. It'd have probably been better just running straight over someone who's that big. But you never know if that don't hit the York player there. Like you said, Welly's in there, or I think Ollie had come round.
Well, Craig Hall was there. Craig Hall was in the prime position there, Tom. You know, to take that.
I don't think Blackie knows which foot he actually is. I think that's the first time he's kicked the ball, so he's probably kicked it with his wrong foot.
Does he need like that comedian used to have, that L&R on his boots?
I think that's a bit. Is that a bit young? Am I a bit young for that?
Give over. Parada then to Brown. Brown to Chisholm. Chisholm across the park. Brings in Hardcastle on that crossfield run. Hardcastle goes towards the line. He's brought down. Back to one then. Springer with the loose possession. That allows York to race away. The ball comes loose again. So what's he going to do? Is he going to go first knock on?
Yeah, it looks like it. You know, we're on there. If he catches that, he's maybe even in for a try as Gadwin.
Yeah.
It's one of them things.
Well, it just slows everything down. It will allow Featherstone to get the defensive line set as Jubb will go forward. He runs into Ferris and Parada. They bring him down. Nonchalantly gets up, plays the ball. Clarkson is eventually wrapped up there. There's Baldwinson who took the tackle. Now it's Nick Howe. There's Dane Chisholm in there with Ferris and Hardcastle getting through the tackles. As York try and move that.
interception.
Craig Hall's in for a hat-trick. Craig Hall. Oh, yes, indeed, Mama. So sweet.
Try,
the old bar of soap there, slippery as ever. And just like he did at York, at the Community Stadium at York, pops up in the line when you least expect him.
Perfect.
Didn't have as far to run that time, Tom. So he'll be grateful for that.
Right, looks,
but it's.
I think they thought that they got the. I think they did have the overlap there, and all is more or less, you know, thought I'm just going to go for it, and you know, credit to him there. That's just what you want. You know, we might be up to 40 points here, and 3 tries for all. You know what a day it's been for him, and you know, he's been absolutely excellent. To say he plays on the left wing, you see him come across to this right-hand side quite a lot and fill in at full-back sometimes. He's not just, you know, cemented on that wing spot on that chalk. He's in and around it, but that time we're in the perfect place, and great little read by him.
Well, fantastic play there from Craig Hall to come up with the interception try. And that's his hat-trick this afternoon. Will, if he manages to kick this one, he's smashing all records so far. And that one is a miss. He's unfortunately come up with a miss. The boos from the fans. Not happy with that one. But at 38 points to 14, 17 minutes left on the clock.
Fieldy's gone back on now. He obviously had a really good stint in that first half, and hopefully he can do the exact same here now.
Is that Frankie Alton who he's replaced?
Yeah,
or?
Frankie's there on bench. I can see his nose from up here.
So Corey Hall then kicks that deep into the hands of hat-trick hero Craig Hall. And it is Cooper that eventually is taking the tackle. He'll get up, play the ball, Hardcastle. The ball comes loose.
Oh, he's not. Scott's not happy with that.
No, it's not Sam Scott there.
He just punched the ball into the floor and nearly hit him back in the face.
The referee just slows everything down.
Taking his aggression out. What's that ball done to him?
Is that more frustration though, Tom, than anything else?
Frustration. I'm not sure if he's angry at the ref or he's just frustrated with his team. I'm unsure on that one. I wouldn't like to ask him now because he looks a bit angry at me.
Yeah, he does, mate. He's certainly got a bit of.
I'd probably wind him up if I were opposite him now, but I can't really say anything stood up here.
So Gadwin Springer then galloping forward there. Eventually is put to grass. Parada will find Chisholm. We'll go down with Ferris down the left-hand side. Before play switches again back into the central channel as New Brown sells a dummy and the shimmy. New Brown beats one, he beats two. Manages to get the ball. Oh, I thought he got the ball out to Wellham, but it isn't. It's intercepted by Corey Hall.
I think he thought about it and then tried to pull the ball back in and obviously got hit by their player.
So York back in possession.
Good shot.
And that's a fantastic hit by
the mullet
Parada.
Man. The mullet man, look at his mullet. He's got a bad haircut and made out as though he's getting a mullet.
And now Featherstone are caught offside again. As it is Baldwinson that earns the offside penalty for his York City Knights. York will come up to the halfway line. They want to play this quick as Jubb does. And he will get that to McConnell. Sorry, McDonnell. McConnell. I'm thinking of Louis McConnell. I'm now thinking of old McDonald. Anyway, I'm losing the plot, mate. I'm losing the plot. Stop me rambling. I am hungry. I'm starving here, mate.
I am actually hungry.
Okay.
Pizza's after the game.
Nick Howe then. Nick Howe is eventually brought down as York City Knights get set to go forward, and they will go forward. They'll go up towards the 20-metre line with Teenby. Featherstone's defensive unit being organised from the back there as Nick Howe spots the gap. Nick Howe manages to get the ball out there, but I think
Dino again.
Yeah, Dean Parada was certainly on there to stop that one going any further. As York now look to come right across the park. York trying to keep it alive, and the ball comes loose.
Drop out. Oh, he's over the line. That's a good one.
And again,
great tackle that by Dean.
Yeah, and Walker just managing to keep it in play, yeah. So well done, Dean Parada, well done, Alex Walker. And the Magician has certainly been to the fore tonight since his introduction into this one. Certainly changed the game round. Slightly given Featherstone a bit more impetus as Wellham is down there, and referee says it's a knock-on. Chris Wellham not particularly happy with that. And it is Dixon then with the ball in hand. He'll play that to Jubb. Jubb will move that to Clarkson. Clarkson will move that on to Teenbay before he's brought down. York keeping the ball alive here. Bit of momentum at Featherstone.
Pretty easy there. It's a good tackle that by New.
Featherstone's defence just not being wrong-footed there. As Marsh finds Teenbay on a cross.
Great hit by
ball
Field
comes loose.
I think Cal Fields had a great game
Callum
today.
Field to me has been exceptional. And certainly put his hand up, hasn't he, in this one, as Gadwin Springer goes forward. 11 minutes left of this second half. Featherstone 38, York 14. I thought it might have been a bit closer than this, Tom, in all fairness.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I think we've played really well.
I think we have, yeah, some best.
You know, we've not forced a lot of ball. We've just played nice and simple. We stuck to his game plan. Obviously, I've been involved. I know what his game plan was today, and we sort of stuck to it. And as nines and as middles have set the platform. And
well, exciting stuff here then from Dean Parada. Dean Parada goes through the gap, manages to find Brett Ferris. Brett Ferris hacks that forward.
With a chip and chase.
And that means that York have to knock that dead, because with Ferris hunting down on one side and Craig Hall in there on the other side, trying to come up with something special there, but all created from that little break from the Magician himself, Parada. Yeah, certainly there, mate, to the fore.
When his middles are running well, as nines are taking off, we stick to the game plan, and then we can, you know, we're able to do that sort of stuff, you know, an off-the-cuff pass, an off-the-cuff kick, and, you know, it forces a dropout, which is fantastic.
A further dropout then, that goes into Chisholm. Chisholm to Cooper. And Cooper will just glide forward. Straight on the tracks there, gets to the 20-metre line before eventually being brought down. He will get up, pulling some air, but it is Chisholm with the quick hands to Ferris. Ferris to Craig Hall, and 4 tries of the afternoon to Craig Hall. And the referee is saying, yes indeed. So a 4th try of the evening then to Craig Hall. Well done, Brett Ferris, for being there and helping that one along its way, but it is Craig Hall that takes the spoils.
Yeah, nice little play from Chiz down left. I think Alex might have sat on just Fez's inside shoulder there, which takes a bit of pressure off him and finds a nice little pass out to Orley. I think that left edge has been really good today, pretty dominant with the ball, and obviously it's shown with all his 4 tries. Yep, nice little play, and nothing out of the ordinary there, just nice simple play, and it, you know, players running at the right people and running the right lines, and that's what happens.
So Craig Hall then scoring his try on the 71st minute of the game. Featherstone 42, York City Knights 14, kick to come. And you can hear from the roar from the crowd that one has gone through. So Craig Hall adding another 2 to his tally. So it is now Featherstone 44, York City Knights 14. And there's still a bit more time left, Tom, for a few more points.
We'd like 50, won't we? That'd be nice. 50 points. I think this is the first time that number 42 has kicked a ball. He's done a strange kick-off every time.
So, Callum Field is eventually allowed to play the ball. And Hardcastle takes a drive. He's brought down. Prada in acting half. He will find Lockwood, who's now back on the path. New Brown out to John Davis. John Davis to Chris Wellham. Quick hands there. Wellham will run. He absolutely loves the tackle there, does Chris Wellham. And certainly they looked as if they're having a big old hug there, didn't they?
Yeah,
Blackmore then runs at Jubb, gets the ball out of the back door. Parada just looking there. Thought John Davis was there, but well done, Chris Wellham, for reading the situation. Parada says sorry. But Featherstone just trundling, if you like, down the slope towards the 30-metre line. Last tackle.
Looks like
Parada to Chisholm with a kick.
Alex is going to chase that one, and
it's a big old kick.
Oh, it's all right.
Matty Marsh takes that one, and Matty Marsh shows fleet of foot, and Matty Marsh races away, but eventually quick instep there from Parada and Chisholm stops Matty Marsh, but Ryan Atkins now, and Ryan Atkins, he will turn back the clock and try and put on some pace, but runs into John Davis and Ben Blackmore, and Lockwood comes across to help him out as Corey Hall will take that forward. York up to the 40-metre line of Featherstone then. Jubb on to the big imposing frame of Baldwinson. And is that Callum Field in there, mate? Just making sure Baldwinson doesn't go any further. Marsh with a little kick over the top, trying to turn Walker. Walker will watch that one go dead, and it will be a restart on the 20-metre line.
I think we're just going to take us time here.
Yeah, York just York players.
Looks like he's coming back on, so I'm not sure who'll field. He looks a bit tired. We haven't been on that long. Let's see who's coming off. Luke Cooper, I think. Coops is coming off.
Yeah, Hardcastle then over the 40-metre line. Gets up, plays the ball very quickly to Dean Parada. Dean Parada weaves his way away. He gets over the halfway line now as Gadwin Springer comes back on. And I think it is Luke Cooper that leaves the fray, as Tom says here. But forward we go. 5 minutes left on the clock. New Brown
nice
to
ball.
Walker. Walker to Wellham. Wellham just runs at Atkins. And eventually is brought down. What's going on there? You know, come on.
He's pushing back down to the floor there. He's going at him here. What's happening here? Squaring up. Little chat. Nice little chat here.
Yeah.
I know what they're talking about. Love to have a little mic on them both. Oh, Welly getting in his face. I like it.
Well, play continues then, Ferris. The ball's gone right across.
Forward.
Oh, unlucky there, because that would have been ruled as a forward pass as Chisholm tried to go for the interception, but that's not picked up. It is York then with Nick Howe, and Nick Howe trying to turn a bit of forward momentum here before. Now, what's the referee's call? Play back and stopped. And we've got a bit more argy-bargy going on there, Tom.
Yeah, there's been a little bit. I think it's Josh.
A little bit of nickel there. Josh Hardcastle is in there.
Josh likes to wind people up, so I'm sure he's a little word in his ear. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I like Josh Hardcastle. I mean, he's just a solid player, isn't he? He certainly is. Certainly one of the guys you'd want in your team rather than to be playing against, Tom.
Yeah, I know. He's done really well again this year as Josh, and obviously earned himself. I think he signed an extension, didn't he?
Yeah. Yep, certainly has. Lots of players are already signing up for next season, and there's plenty more to come. No doubt. Keep your eye on the social media channels. A fantastic event was held here this Thursday night just gone, thanks to Squad Builder and the people that are all members of that. And if you're not a member, just go online and look up and sign up while you can. Another great initiative.
Good. Oh.
But York now trying to keep the ball alive with Baldwinson. He juggles.
They're going to try and force sort of anything now.
Yeah.
Obviously 4 minutes to go. They've got nothing to lose.
They've nothing to lose, have they? You know,
offloads, everything.
The only thing that can beat them now is obviously the score and the clock, but it is a penalty that's awarded to York, and the referee is wanting a word with
think
Who's he pointing the finger at? Is it James Lockwood?
Sure. No, I'm not sure. He's just waving, I think, at someone in the crowd. I'm not unsure.
Is Lockwood still bleeding from that earlier head wound, do we think? Is the referee, Mr. Rosley, trying to tell him he might have to get some running repairs on that one?
I've got to run it there. Who's that? Are you going to quit? We can be quick.
He does signal play back on. It was a high tackle that he said that he pinged for, but that's kicked into touch.
Wait. All right. Go, Will. That's okay. There's a knock on there.
And York come up with a spilt ball, and that eventually runs into touch from Ben Jones Bishops as the clock runs down. 3 minutes left, 44 points to 14. The second half has certainly been all Featherstone's. As we wait for play to restart then, Callanfield plays that to Parada. Gadwin Springer steps off one leg, tries to go through the gap, but is eventually brought down on his own 20-metre line. And Ben Blackmore comes in. Ben Blackmore will race up to the 30-metre
Carried
line.
by Ben.
Good carry
JD
again.
to back it up.
Yeah.
That 39, what's his name? James McDonald. He's flew out at line a couple of times today.
Yeah, he has.
Tried to put a few shots on.
So Dean Parada then gets us over the halfway line, manages to offload to New Brown. New Brown looking for runners, finds Wellham. Wellham will go back on the inside. Right in front of the referee. Referee says that's on the chest, but Wellham gets up and plays it very quickly to Craig Hall. Craig Hall will find Callanfield. Callanfield with a step, the hit and the spin. Callanfield still going forward. Callanfield up towards the, just brought down shy of the 10-metre line of the York City Knights as Lockwood goes forward there. And that is a turnover then. I don't think we realised that was the last tackle, because if they added on it, maybe wouldn't have gone to Lockwood. But it will mean that Featherstone have a great opportunity here to go hunting the mistake from York City Knights deep inside their own half. And it is York who race and come up to their own 10-metre line. As Nick Howe takes that carry, he'll get to the 20-metre line before he's wrapped up. Don't forget, you can now vote online for your man of the match via Twitter. So please feel free to do so, to join in and pick your man of the match. Look on there for the nominations. Ryan Atkins then, he will just stay. Manages to get.
We've kept him pretty quiet.
Yeah. And I say he's not had a great game. Well, he's not had a massive influence, has he? But he's certainly been involved, and he's certainly coming more to the fray here now as he takes that kick and gets Jubb away, and Jubb is racing over. Jubb throws the ball over the top, and it's another little chip ahead.
I think what you've got to credit there is
Corey Hall.
There's literally a minute left or whatever, and look how many boys are in that picture there. Everyone's tracking back. That's the 1%ers that will get us far in this competition.
Yeah.
All we could have done there is just left it, for Josh to trap back, but we had Fairs, we had everyone just tracking across there, and more people in the frame, the better.
Well, 44 points to 14. 2 wins on the bounce for James Webster's men. 4 tries this evening for Craig Hall. And still a little bit time left in this one as we wait for the Hoodoo sound. Parada gets the ball knocked out of his hand. Referee says that's a knock on. It was regathered by New Brown, but it will be Dixon for the York City Knights that will restart. As the Hoodoo goes there in the background. And it is a fine victory in the end for the Featherstone Rovers. Featherstone running out winners, 44 points to 14 here at the Millennium. 4 tries for Craig Hall and an outstanding man of the match performance. He's been crowned the man of the match. And Tom, give us your quick overview of that, mate.
No, I think that's a really good win. We needed that. Played really smart, simple. I think as middles set a real good platform and as nines, and it shows then that, you know, as players are pulling off, and Ollie's obviously grabbed his 7-4 tries, and I think, you know, it's a great team performance today from every single player. I think, you know, Gadwin played really well in the corner. I think Callum Field obviously has nines, and then I think everybody, to be fair, I could name a lot of players that have played well.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to signal anybody out, isn't it?
We'll be happy with that, and obviously we'll go into next week.
Yeah, well, we can look forward to next week then with another 2 points in the bag, cementing our position in second in the league as we come towards the business end of the season. It's been another fantastic night of rugby league. Thanks for your joining us here on Rovers TV. I've been Pete Dutton. Alongside me is my compadre in crime, the one who makes me most nervous. I feel when I'm stood with you, Tom, it's like being with wife, I don't say.
Oh, you can say you want around me.
But yeah, fantastic for Tom for joining us again.
No problem, anytime.
As the players congratulate one another, just walk round. And with James Lockwood there with a white headband on that's covered in claret. But thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the game, enjoy your rugby league, because we certainly do. Thanks and good night.
Thank you.